And it's 5:16. Let's get a check of your weather and traffic together.
And Josh, didn't the National Weather Service already say it was an EF0 over there?
Yeah, EF0 tornado, and that's about 70 to 80 mile per hour winds is what they thought. And again, like you mentioned, they determine that after they go look at the damage, determine what kind of damage was done and what wind speeds would cause that type of damage. Now it's just a much different story. It's quiet. The skies are clear out there this morning. 46 in Waukesha and West Bend, 49 in Watertown. Our average low temperature this time of year is 46, so most of us at or above that. 50s from Milwaukee to Racine, Kenosha, though a little bit cooler at 49. Well, what's off towards our northwest? Frost and freeze warnings across Minnesota. This air will be coming towards us as we go throughout the next couple of days. No, we don't have any sort of frost or freeze to contend with, but we'll just show you that fall-like air. It's on the way. But for now, we get the blue skies, more summer-like conditions as we head towards the 70s this afternoon. By tomorrow, just 24 hours, it will feel like fall. Some of us could even be stuck in the 50s over the next couple of days, not including today. And with some of those cooler temperatures, some much-needed rain making a return to the area, but not today. This is all we deal with. Sunshine all the way through the afternoon, up to the lower 70s as we head in towards lunchtime. We could even maybe knock on the door of the middle 70s for some of our inland areas, so another summer-like day today, and then the clouds begin to just thicken up a little bit as we head towards the afternoon and evening, but no rain showers to contend with today. Notice the clear skies on future forecasts, very light winds. That really doesn't change. Once in a while, maybe a passing cloud this morning, and you see they start to thicken up through the evening. Again, I don't think we have to worry about any showers today, just an increase of the cloud cover. They continue to thicken up through the overnight, and then by tomorrow morning, we'll have a mainly cloudy sky, and this is the fall-like air. It'll be much cooler. We'll have a brisk northeast wind, so it will feel much more like fall tomorrow. So a big change in this temperatures and the conditions in just 24 hours. Notice we're still dry by 6 o'clock, but here's the leading edge of our rain chance as we head in towards the evening hours on Tuesday. But for today, straight blue sky, 71 degrees, increasing clouds late in the day, northeast winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, low temperatures falling into the middle 50s once again with partly cloudy skies, north winds about 5 to 10. Enjoy today, unless you're a fall lover, then enjoy the next couple of days. 60 on Tuesday, again, those showers holding off till very late in the day. A few could linger into Wednesday morning, but the good news, I think most of the rain chance will be confined towards the overnight hours, Tuesday into Wednesday. Staying in the middle 60s for Thursday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, again, still seeing some sunshine during the daylight hours for both Tuesday and Wednesday, so it will feel and look more like fall. Quickly back to the 70s for Friday. Unfortunately, the weekend, though, looking a little soggy at this point.
All right, thanks, Josh. It's 5:19 in today's health. The so-called puppy virus continues to spread. The CDC says the number of people infected with Campylobacter has climbed to 55. Now, the agency issued a warning about it on September 11th amid a surge in cases sweeping the United States. It's called the puppy virus because it's most frequently transmitted through infected puppies to humans. Wisconsin is among the 12 states that the virus has been detected in. Well, you might not want to make contact lenses part of your Halloween costume this year. Researchers from the Baylor College of Medicine warn that these novelty contacts are more prone to rip, which can scratch your cornea. For those who are planning to wear them, regardless, you should meet with an eye care specialist to receive proper measurements. A local Iraq War veteran suffering from PTSD has found a common outlet: boot camp, and he's offering it as a weekly class to fellow vets at no charge. Here's the man that will push you to the limit: former Army Staff Sergeant Daniel Newberry. After making a life change when he learned he had PTSD, after he served 2 wars in Iraq. Now, he sought help and realized what he missed during his time serving: exercise.
5:20 on today's TMJ4 New this morning. A stern warning from an infamous former scam artist who says social media has made his old line of work a whole lot easier for identity thieves. Chris Clackham reports.
Critics say now more than ever, social media sites are fertile ground for identity thieves because too many people are too willing to share too much.
We tell them who we're married to, our wife's maiden name, our children's names, where they go to school, what kind of cars we drive, what our pets' names are, where we're going on vacation.
Frank Abagnale knows all about scamming others. His life as a con artist became the movie Catch Me If You Can, with Leonardo DiCaprio as Abagnale.
My name is Mr. Abagnale.
Today, Abagnale's teamed up with AARP to talk about older Americans falling victim to scams on social media with advice that applies to all ages.
For example, we tend to put straight photographs of ourselves on social media. They can then take that photograph and put it on a form of identification or a passport or a driver's license.
Only use photos standing or sitting next to family, friends, or pets. And he says, fudge your online bio to keep the bad guys off your trail.
So if you feel you need to put a birth date up there, then use a phony birth date, but don't put your real birth date and where you were born. Those are the elements necessary for me to steal your identity.
Abagnale agrees identity theft and cybercrime are on the rise and on track to get even worse. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
Good advice.
It is.
5:22 up next on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4, helping Special Olympics through our stomachs.
Also up next, the film is not due out until December, but Star Wars fans won't have to wait much longer to get tickets to see The Last Jedi. How soon they're going on sale.
More local news now. Getting barbecue tonight will mean helping out Special Olympics of Wisconsin.
At any Texas Roadhouse restaurant in the state, in the area anyway, they're donating 10% of all the food sales to charity. The fundraiser runs from 4 to 10 tonight and tomorrow. Local area Special Olympics athletes and law enforcement officers will be on hand collecting donations each night.
Well, kids are in for a treat. Some 500 employees of Educators Credit Union will put their financing skills aside and spend the afternoon building 50 bikes. The bikes will be given to the Boys and Girls Club. It's part of the Now to Wow program.
Awesome. As a bat signal, that's your... Oh, sorry. That's your signal. That means we have to go now.
Yeah, that's what that means.
It's so cool.
Well, the latest trailer for Justice League has been unleashed. The nearly 3-minute-long preview features wall-to-wall action and a dream sequence featuring Lois Lane and Superman. Justice League arrives in theaters November 17th.
The day Star Wars geeks have been waiting for has finally arrived. Tickets go on sale today. Marcus Theaters will begin selling the Star Wars film tickets for Star Wars The Last Jedi. And a new trailer of the film is due to be released tonight. It's supposed to hit the big screen December 15th. Well, coming up, history made, the milestone reached at the Chicago Marathon, and what Wisconsin needs to know about our very own marathon that is coming up.
Plus, we're on top of breaking news, what we've learned about the missing person search that's going on right now. We're taking a live look in Mukwonago. It's 5:27. More Live at Daybreak is next.
This is breaking news now from today's TMJ4.
You're watching Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4. It is 5:30. I'm Elise Preston in for Susan Kim.
And I'm Vince Vetrano. Large police presence in Mukwonago right now, and early reports suggest officers are out looking for a missing person.
Our Pete Servakis is live there with the latest. Pete, what have you learned?
Elise, well, I can tell you the police presence here is winding down. We have seen some officers leaving the area. I can also tell you I just got a text message from the fire chief here in Mukwonago. I will read you what he says. He does confirm that police are searching for a person that, quote, took off after being involved in a vehicle accident in this area. So that's all we know right now. A person who was involved in an accident. We don't know the description of that person that fled the scene of the accident, and that's who they're looking for. If you take a look behind us, that's Holtz Parkway right in front of Fire Station 1 here in Mukwonago. It's closed at Fox Street. We do still have couple squads, looks like one Mukwonago squad and one Wisconsin State Patrol vehicle, but again, police presence winding down. When we got here about 30 minutes ago, there was also a presence from the Waukesha County Sheriff's Office. We have also seen fire departments from throughout the area. Wales, Delafield, Eagle River were among those that were here parked out in front of the fire station. We have also seen those fire rigs leaving the area. So it does look like things are wrapping up here. We're going to keep working to get more information. Live in Mukwonago, Pete Servakis, today's TMJ4.
All right, Pete, thanks for the update. 5:31, and we'll turn to weather now. Check weather and traffic together.
Yeah, and a great morning out there, a clear, calm morning for all the kids heading out towards the bus stop. Temperatures down into the lower 50s, some of us even the upper 40s, those typically cooler spots, but likely making their way back towards the 50s as the kids head out to catch the bus to head off to school. Enjoy all the sunshine, the blue sky today, because that'll be changing as we head throughout the next couple of days. 50s by 8, 60s as we go towards 10 o'clock, and then eventually climbing to the lower 70s. As we head through the afternoon, just a slight increase of the cloud cover, staying dry today, but that's the leading edge of some much cooler air. So enjoy the sunshine. Lower 70s for most of us, maybe the upper 60s for our far northern areas, as we drop by about 10 or more degrees as we head through the day tomorrow. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Josh. It's 5:32, a haunting sight to mark 1 week since the mass shooting at a country music festival in Las Vegas. Several places on the Strip dimmed their lights, as you can see, to remember the victims and heroes. Now, the tribute came hours after FBI agents and police searched the gunman's home in Mesquite, Nevada for a second time.
This morning, police say officers found a note next to the gunman with calculations on how wind trajectory and distance might impact his aim. Sources say that the gunman may have had an undiagnosed and severe mental illness. Almost immediately after the Las Vegas massacre, a local man boarded a plane to offer support to those grieving in the community. He is part of the local Ahmadiyya Muslim community who in the past have gone to different cities following tragic events. He spent 2 days in Vegas along with about 11 other members of the Muslim community, attending vigils and standing with a sign that reads, "Love for all, hatred for none."
Be there to be a shoulder to lean on. At times like this, support is what we need. Everybody needs to come together, and that's part of the teachings of Islam, is that when your neighbor's in trouble, you should go out and help them, and that's why we went there.
The Ahmadiyya Muslim community, a worldwide organization present in about 200 countries. The local chapter holds various events aimed at educating the community about Islam. For more news now, lawmakers are reacting to the Trump administration's demands on immigration reform, and at least from Democrats, it's getting a cold reception.
Now, the White House sent the wish list to congressional leaders last night. It says any immigration deal must include money for a wall, 10,000 new immigration officers, and a limit on family-based green cards. Democrat leaders say the president told them he wouldn't demand money for his border wall. The president gave Congress 6 months to craft legislation to help dreamers before DACA expires. Well, still no comment from Harvey Weinstein this morning after his own company decided to fire him. The Weinstein Company's board of directors announced the move late yesterday. Members said new information led to the decision. This is all fallout from that New York Times article where women accused Weinstein of sexual harassment for decades. Weinstein denied some of the allegations against him.
Cars may be getting safer, but American roads are getting deadlier. That according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Part of the problem is actually a growing economy. They say it's the combination of cheap gasoline and an improving job picture that has resulted in Americans driving more. The good news here, the number of fatalities is still very near a record low. Fatal accident rate reached in 2014.
It's 5:35. The Green Bay Packers, led by Aaron Rodgers, rallied for a huge 15-point comeback victory over the Dallas Cowboys.
The Packers head coach Mike McCarthy at a loss for words about his quarterback and what he was able to do again with not a lot of time left on the clock.
I just don't know what else to say about him. I got to expand my vocabulary. But just a great job by Aaron. The whole structure of the 2-minute offense and just handling the. I thought. Dallas was aggressive with the 2-man and the pressure, and the scramble play was big, and obviously the touchdown throw was outstanding.
Packers now 4-1 take on the rival Vikings on Sunday. Kickoff in that game is at noon. Packer players will be stepping off the field for an evening of fun. Today, the first annual Ha Ha's Hero Celebrity Night will take place at the Blue Harbor Resort in Sheboygan. Ha Ha Clinton Dix and other teammates will be mixing and mingling with guests. They're going to be raising money for the Hero Headquarters program, which Ha Ha launched in August. Its goal is to provide students with a voice of motivation, empowerment, and encouragement so that they too can become heroes.
Well, fans of the Florida Gators honored a hometown hero yesterday during their football game.
Between the third and fourth quarters, fans stood to sing a little Tom Petty, who was from Gainesville. Here's a listen.
They sound good.
They have excellent tribute.
Yeah.
Sounded good. 5:37 here on today's TMJ4. Coming up, plan your next road trip now while attributing what's going on with the better prices at the pump.
Plus, trendy senior living, how cruise ships have become the new nursing home. More live at daybreak on today's TMJ4 is next.
You're watching today's TMJ4 with Vince Vitrano, Susan Kim, Elise Preston, Storm Team 4 meteorologist Brian Niznansky, and Time Saver Traffic with Tatiana Cash.
Deadline coming up in less than 2 weeks for cities that want Amazon's new headquarters to get their proposals in.
And they're trying some really unique things to make their application stand out. Take a look at this. This is what they're doing in Tucson. They put this 21-foot saguaro cactus into a truck to deliver to Amazon. Now, Amazon thanked them but said, unfortunately, we can't accept gifts, even really cool ones. So we donated it to the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum. Talk about a bribe.
Right?
Well, you've seen the list of the best states to retire in, but what about retiring on a cruise ship?
A recent survey found the average cost for an assisted living facility about $3,700 a month. The cost of a cruise, by comparison, averages out to be about $100 a night or less, according to financial services company The Motley Fool. It found not all ships allow you to live on them full time, but many of them do make accommodations for people who want to stay on board for months or even years. What
a way to retire. Well, Chicago's 40th annual marathon shut down roads around the city as the 40,000 runners made their way throughout the 26.2-mile race. The big winner, Galen Rupp from Portland, Oregon, clocking in at 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 20 seconds. Now, Rupp is the first American male to win the Chicago Marathon in 15 years. It's believed over 1 million spectators showed up yesterday to cheer the runners.
And let's not forget about Milwaukee here. The Milwaukee Marathon, which is now named the PNC Milwaukee Marathon, steps off on Sunday. We just had one a week or two ago as well, so it's a good time for running here.
Yeah, and it's beautiful right now, so let's get it in.
Coming up next here on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4, no fuel, no problem. What the future of airplanes is expected to bring.
Then a recipe for recovery, what a famous chef is doing to help the people of Puerto Rico.
And maybe a light jacket for the kids as they head out to the bus. Temperatures in the 50s this morning, but shed that as you head home. Near 70 degrees. We'll let you know, though, when fall returns coming up in just a few minutes.